Hey all, Pixel here. Quick video because we've got a new car in the fleet. It is a 2010 Toyota Prius. This is going to be replacing the Movediz Prius that my wife drives. Basically the cigarette smell never got out of the Movediz over there. I've literally been trying to find seats for it, and that's been impossible. And after doing all the work on the front end, it's now got a clunk it didn't have before. I think it's a strut top mount, but I just decided, hell with it. We're going to get her something a little nicer because she deserves to drive something nice. So this car has not been smoked in. It's a 2010, it's got 212,000 miles, and it's in good condition. It's not in perfect condition, but it's in good condition. The guy we bought it off of was really good on his maintenance. Like, he couldn't list off, boom, 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 I did this, I did this, I did this. He's had it for 3 years. It was a commuter car, so it's been most of its time on the Mass Pike, going back and forth. It's a little rough here and there, but overall, it is in really nice shape. Interior, as you can see, is basically flawless. The rear seat has some staining, this armrest has some stainings, a little bit of mess on the seat, but overall, compared to the last car, this is nothing. Like, I can clean this and it'll be, and if I get one of those shampooers again, I can make this car absolutely look brand new inside. The outside's in very good shape overall. There's a scrape along this quarter over here that makes the rear bumper not quite fit right, and there's dents and dings here and there, and this has some serious fading on it, and the wheels are all ugly. But overall, it looks very presentable. I think I'm going to actually bother to try and buff out the paint, see if I can make it look even nicer. Because it's a car I bought, it's got a couple known issues. There's one missing lug nut on this wheel that he says he just noticed one day that it was missing, like after he'd listed it for sale. He has no idea where the lug nut went, so I have to get a lug nut for that. There's a clunk in the rear end that he's pretty sure is a shock that's bad, but I'm going to have to dig into it. Might be a bushing. And there's a crossbar brace underneath. It's basically like just a piece of pipe that connects two sides of the car together that bolts on, that is rotted through. I found that, he didn't even know about it. The car's got a little bit of rust here and there. I haven't found any rot holes, but it's definitely, it's a New England car, it's got some rust. I want to pull these rockers off and make sure there's no surprises under there before they get worse. Given that car, I'm actually going to go under this one, scrape all the rust, and treat it, paint it, and probably fluid film in the fall, because I want this one to last a little while. But it runs perfect, drives perfect, has no problems that prevent it from being able to be used tomorrow. It just got brand new rear brakes. The front brakes are probably due soon, but they work perfectly fine. But yeah, now she's got a nice, good car that she doesn't have to smell cigarette smoke every day. So I'm going to consider that money well spent, and not that much either. I paid $4,200 for it, which is very respectable. Kind of the bottom of the market for these, and it's a really nice car for the bottom of the market. Honestly, we got a steal on this. I'm really happy. The guy who's selling it, really great guy. Everything was fantastic about the whole transaction. I'm pretty sure I can get at least a couple grand back for the Movediz, so we're not going to be into this for very much, and she's going to have a much nicer car, and it's going to be much less work for me to try and keep it nice. And since I have to do a little bit of investigation and buy some parts before I can do any of the mechanical work this needs, I think what I'm going to do is give it a quick bath, and then probably clay bar it and maybe compound it, just to see if I can make it look a little nicer. I want to see if I can get a lot of these scuffs out of it. Just make it a little bit more presentable so that she feels like she's really driving a nice brand new car, because she deserves nice things. She's wonderful. So after the washing, the car didn't drastically change because it wasn't particularly gross, but did notice a couple things. There's a pretty bad rust spot there clearly from a rock chip. There's another one there, another one there. I think there was another one. Yeah, there's a couple more. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is, now that I'm noticing there's multiples of them, at some point, not in the near future, but these are all going to get ground down, primed, and I may just paint the roof panel just to make sure I take care. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. This is a commuter car on the Mass Pike, I'm not surprised. The hood, similarly, I knew this when we were looking at it. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but this thing is speckled. These are all rock chips. So if I decide not to paint the roof, I will touch these up with paint. If I decide to paint the roof, I will just paint the roof and the hood and be done with it. But that's all further down the line. That's very low importance stuff. And then that's basically in good shape. The bumper's also a little bit sandblasted. So next up, I'm going to clay bar the whole car just to clean it up, and then if I still have energy after that, I will give it a quick and dirty polish. Alright, I just finished polishing the other side, and I don't know how well this is going to show the difference on camera, but this side has been clay barred, which is why there's a little bit of marks on it, but you can kind of see me in it. You know, it's not too bad. We go around to the other side, where I've been polishing. And it is so much cleaner and so much clearer. My head is such a weird shape. Yeah, it really is nice. It really brought out the shine in the paint. Yeah, we got to do some, obviously I got to do the rest of the car, but we also got to go in and do some detail polishing. And then I'm going to hit it with a ceramic wax, I think, actually, and call it a day. Alrighty, after using all that stuff, this is our end result. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but this thing looks great. It's got a nice, deep shine to it. Paint looks so much better. We've basically eliminated a bunch of the big issues with it. So as you saw, we washed it, we clay barred it, and compounded it. And then I did a really, really quick wipe down with a hybrid Carnauba ceramic wax to just protect it. The hood didn't get any wax. The roof didn't get either waxed or compounded, because those both are going to need some paint work down the line. But it looks way better. It looks like the front bumper's shiny now where it wasn't before, even though it's not in great shape. The big scrape that was over here is largely gone. I left the compounding pad on the buffer out in the garage, so I didn't trust that it hadn't picked up rust and metal dust that would then get transferred to the paint. So I couldn't compound anything, I could just polish. So this little bit over here is going to get compounded and repolished and rewaxed. And then it's almost good, but the top of it, well, no, I guess it's not. The top of this is really damaged in some way. Weirdly, there's like a strip of perfectly fine paint, and then it's damaged really badly all across, and there's a smaller strip of perfectly fine paint over here with a very sharp edge. But this is going to get compounded up here, and then that's going to get compounded. Hopefully that'll be better. The wheels are a lost cause without a sandblaster. But it looks so nice. It's also really nice to have a car that's not trashed when I buy it. To not have to start day one with, okay, here's all the major problems we need to fix. So we need to find the clunk in the back. I need to put a new rear wiper blade in it. And I need to replace that bar on the underside. It's like a strengthening bar that's got some rot in it. That's really it, which is, for a car that I buy here, like nothing. So that'll be another video. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.